Hey everybody, and welcome to step 4 in the solution building couples therapy videos I've been posting on YouTube. And first of all, I have to apologize. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to post the next video, but I've been super duper busy. I've been traveling a lot, running my practices, and just been really, really swamped. And it's taken me a while to get the next video up, and I wanted to be sure I got the video up before my next Love of Travel. I'll be heading out to Sweden and Poland in the next week or two. So I want to make sure I took some time to sit down and come up with the next video in the series. This is a really exciting time for me. I have, or for everybody, I hope, I have a video that I just shot today. One of the things that people ask me about when I'm traveling and doing trainings is they often ask me about where they can get videos of therapy sessions and like real therapy sessions on tape because they're such valuable learning tools, such valuable teaching tools. So today I was able to videotape a couple. Two wonderful people were gracious enough to come and work with me and let me videotape them and kind of share their story. And that's going to be available on September 14th on my website. So if you're interested in that, go to www.elliotspeaks.com. ELLIOTT speaks SPEAKS.com on September 14th, and you'll be able to get that video that day. And also, that's the day of the release of my next book, Solution Building and Couples Therapy. So, like I said, it's exciting times. I'm very pleased and hope that you guys all find this stuff as useful I as I hope you find it as useful to you as I have as much fun doing. I love practicing, and I very much enjoy training and teaching this model. It's such a huge passion in my life, so I hope that you guys find the stuff that I share with you useful. So, how about we just get started? I won't take up any more time with stuff not related to step 4, establishing preferred future, which in my opinion is probably the most important part of the solution focused session. Now we've been through the first step, which is establishing a best hopes. The next thing we do is connecting with the couple through a process of problem-free talk. On to step 3, which is kind of going over the past, the preferred past, and we're now into the preferred future. And there you go. Had a little bit of trouble getting the page to click here. So the first thing is the details of the preferred future must be concrete and observable. They must be things that are so detail oriented and so about behavior and things that you can see and witness. And they must be mathematically positive. Something that I don't like about the solution focused approach, or at least a myth that I don't like about the solution focused approach, is it's viewed kind of as like this positive, very rosy, rose colored glasses kind of approach, like everything must feel good. And in fact, a mentor of mine and friend, Dr. Linda Metcalf, when she would do training, she used to write the word positive on the board and kind of cross it out. Because this model is not positive in that way. It's positive as in the presence of something. And I remember being in middle school and having difficulties in math classes. I've always had difficulty in math classes, but the teacher used to say that anytime you saw a plus sign, it meant the presence of something. So I think the term mathematically positive is very relevant in solution focused therapy because these preferred future details must be about the presence of something as opposed to the absence of something. So we focus on, let's say, building happiness as opposed to removing unhappiness as a solution focused practitioner. And the next is quite obvious. It must be future focused. This is a model that's about something happening tomorrow as opposed to having a past focused goal. For example, in the model that I was originally trained in, cognitive behavioral therapy, it would be very appropriate to have a goal such as, I want to get over a past hurt. Or what brings you to therapy? Well, I want to get over an infidelity issue. But in solution focused therapy, we have to turn that into future focused language. So we would say something like, well, if you were over those past infidelity issues, what would be different about you tomorrow? So do you see what I'm saying? The future has to be the focus of the questions. The details must be realistic, even if unlikely. So it must be something that, whether it's likely or not, it can actually occur, can actually happen, and it must require effort. Very often, people think that when good things happen in their lives, it's because like the stars lined up, or they got up on the right side of the bed, or something like that. But when bad things occur, they almost blame themselves for the bad event. So the details that we're going to be discussing in the preferred future part of the session must be things that the couple, the client had to do to make something occur. And it's recognized. Oop, trying to go back one. There you go. To recognize as having a desirable impact on others. Very often, the videotape or the session that I video recorded today, you'll hear me asking, what impact would that have on you? What difference would that make for you? What difference would that make for your spouse, your kids, your employees, your employers, da 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 da? Because when something good happens to us, it's going to ripple and impact the people around us. And if we don't ask about it, if we don't attend to it, then our clients and couples won't notice it. And then it's detailed. You can never have too many details. The only thing that stops me from mining for details is the clock, because I typically book hour-long sessions. If I had an opportunity to go longer, then I would get more details. You can never, ever, ever have too many details. It's the realization of the client's best hopes from the work. So whatever the client says as their best hope, the preferred future represents the realization of that best hopes. And the task is to help the client consider and describe what their lives would be like in specific, there's that word again, detail. So if those best hopes were to become realized, can you please describe to me in specific detail what that world would look like? The more details, the more clear the picture. Thus, the client is more likely to make those changes in their lives and involves other perspectives. So the better, the more people, or the more perspectives I take in my questioning, what would your child notice? What would your spouse notice? What would your employees notice? Then the more details and the richer the picture becomes. Once again, allowing that process to be a much more dynamic part of their lives. Okay? So, I like to view solution-focused questions as more invitations. So it's like a future description invitation, something that we invite people to do. And it should be worded in a way that elicits details of a future with the best hopes present, not just the problem gone. Remember, this is mathematically positive. It's about the presence of something. Here's an example. Suppose you woke up tomorrow and the two of you were back in love like you used to be. What would you first notice? And then what else, what else, what else? We call this a process of what elsing. That's the way that we get these details, by asking, what else would you notice? What else would she notice? What else would you notice? What else would he notice? Just constantly asking this process of what elsing to get a really nice, rich, meaningful, detailed picture. And each person must contribute. This is an absolute must. The picture must involve the perspectives of the two people in the session. Something that I'm very, very proud of about my work with couples is, and in fact, as I sit here, I can't even think of a time when this was not true, but very often, people will say they found the therapy we were doing is helpful, or they did not find the therapy we were doing is helpful, but it is infrequent. In fact, like I said, I can't think of a time where this wasn't true. No one has ever said to me, I felt like you sided with the other person. And it's because I pay so much attention to making sure I'm eliciting details from each person. So each member of the couple can contribute to the conversation, can contribute to the richness of the picture that we are painting with their words. So that's it. I hope, like I said, I hope you guys are finding this helpful. Here are the many, 2012, so there's 8,000 ways to find me. And, also in 2012, one of the ways we view the quality of people's work is how many followers they have on Twitter and how many likes they have on Facebook. So if you're finding this stuff useful, I hope that you would find your way over to my Facebook page, which is listed right there, and like that page, or over to Twitter, which is @ElliotSpeaks, and follow me on Twitter. I'd very much appreciate that. And for more information about the solution building approach with couples, you can visit the website that's listed there, solutionbuildingcouplestherapy.com. And to keep up with all the things that I'm doing and my next releases and all that stuff, and keep up with just all kinds of other things, I guess. I try to keep my list kind of vibrant and everything flowing a bit, so you can join my list at elliotspeaks.com. So, oh, and then if you have any direct questions, some of you have been so nice to send me comments and very pleasant things, which I really appreciate. So I love getting those emails, and you can keep those things coming as well at contact@elliotconnie.com. So thanks, guys, and I hope you enjoy. I'm actually recording this the day before a holiday, or at least a holiday here in America. So I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday tomorrow. Talk to you later. Have a good one.